Welcome back to another Alliance War video, and today we've got Alliance War Season 26, War number 3, Poseidon going up against the X-Men, and we're going to hop in, we're going to check out the attack team. We've got kind of a cool trio today that synergized pretty well. We've got Human Torch, Dr. Doom, Mr. Fantastic. They've got some nice synergy bonuses between them. We're taking Path 6 all the way, so we've got Juggernaut, Longshot, a Namor, and an Emma Frost. They look like they're all 6 stars, probably all rank 3s, except for maybe Juggernaut. We're going to take a look at the boss island, and this dude, wait, what? He's got a ton of mini-bosses and the boss. He placed 4 out of the 8 defenders on the mini-boss island, so that dude's got a pretty stacked account. And the defense is tough. It's pretty much all 6 stars, I think. There's a few 5 stars here and there, but for the most part, they're all 6 stars and very highly ranked. So this is a tough alliance. The X-Men are tough. But let's hop in to our first fight, where we've got the Aggression Fury and Strike Back node and Juggernaut. He is a 6 star at rank 2 though, low sig ability. So this fight probably wasn't as scary as I had thought it would be. I was actually pretty concerned because of that Aggression Fury, because obviously Juggernaut is unstoppable after his specials, where you can't really hit him and he'll build up a ton of those Aggression Furies. So I placed one of Mr. Fantastic pre-fights to reduce his combat power rate, and I actually used my Flame on pre-fight ability here just because I wasn't worried about Longshot, and that was the only other fight I needed Torch for. So we've got the boosts on. We didn't boost up fully because Juggernaut is the XL champion, so he benefits from the Protect Global, so I wanted to be sure not to trigger that with my heavies. And what I'm going to do is basically just wait out this Unstoppable. Fortunately, because he's low sig, the Unstoppable actually doesn't last too long, and I did not trigger the Protect with these heavy attacks. I didn't crit on them, so maybe that's why, but my temperature's up now. We've got the Smolders increasing. We've got a ton of Nova Flames on him. So he's going to take a lot of Power Sting damage when he finally throws a special, which he does right there. And now we wait out the Unstoppable briefly. He only got up to 3 Furies here, so he's not hitting that hard through the block, and he's only at 2%. So he dropped extremely quick, and to be honest, I don't know why I was so worried about that fight. Obviously, it wasn't a big deal, but in my head, I did think it could be a lot tougher than it actually was. But 15 hits, the full attack bonus, very little lost health, pretty straightforward as it turned out. So really wasn't anything to worry about. And our second fight on this path is a 6-star Longshot. He's at rank 3 as well. He's on the Power Focus 1, Power Alternator node. And I wasn't worried about this fight at all. I think it's a terrible spot for Longshot, just because you don't want to push him to a special 2. You would much rather bait out those special 1s all day. And with Power Focus 1, there's no way he's getting to a special 2. There's absolutely no way. So I think there's much better placement for Longshot than right here. I can just think of like 2 or 3 off the top of my head, but we obviously don't have the Nova Flame pre-fight, so we don't Flame on because we used it on Juggernaut. But that's okay. I'm really not worried. Longshot is so simple to fight. I've never had any problems with him personally. I know some people have, but he's always been pretty straightforward as far as I'm concerned. We're going to dump our power just to make sure we don't have the Power Alternator kick in, and I mean, he's just melting away. We're 30 seconds in. He hasn't thrown a special yet. Like I said, he's not getting to a special 2 because of Power Alternator. And yeah, he's going to go down. He's going to go down like 40 seconds, and he never even threw a special. So yeah, very easy, straightforward fights, full attack bonuses, and Human Torch is done for the war, which is fine with me. He's not my favorite attacker. He's effective, don't get me wrong. He's a very good champion against Mystics, but just not one of my favorite champions in the game. So let's move on into Section 2, where we're going to bust out our Dr. Doom against this 6-star rank 3 Sig 200 Namor. He's on the Rage Enhanced Fury node. And we're going to boost up fully for this fight. Was I worried about this fight? Not really, no. I knew that with this Namor being such a high level that I was never going to trigger the Rage node. Even with Dr. Doom's critical hits, I'm not triggering them. Unless the heavy attack criticals. So if the heavy attack crits, yeah, I'll be triggering the Rage node. But because I'll be purifying that shock and applying a stagger, it's going to nullify them immediately anyway. So this fight on the Rage node, I'm basically able to fight like it's a regular fight. I don't have to worry about keeping my special 1 to nullify Furies. As long as I keep him staggered throughout the fight, I'm going to be triggering the Rage so infrequently that this is basically a regular Dr. Doom cycle fight. So I get into it right here, and he's staggered going into the special 3. So even though the special 3 will hit that 2.5% damage cap and trigger a Rage Fury, it's going to be immediately nullified afterwards. So it's gone. We go into a regular Doom cycle. Medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium. Throw the special 1, get to the special 2, but we're not going to throw it. We're going to hold until we get to our 3rd bar of power again, at which point we push him into Imperious Rex, so he has his 3rd bar of power. But again, no problem here. With Dr. Doom, we're going to come out of the special 3, triggering the Rage again. We're going to nullify it immediately, power drain him, throw our special 1. And I mean, this fight is like almost over already. It doesn't even feel like it's been this long. We've been in the fight for 1 minute and 30 seconds, but felt like it was like a 30-second fight. 81 hits, he goes down. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Dr. Doom has obviously been great for me this season. He's been used on this Rage node every time, so easy game, easy life. We take him down. And that is going to bring us to our last fight of the war, and this fight was probably the one I was worried the most about. And this is why we brought Mr. Fantastic, so that we would have the Dr. Doom synergy. So whenever we heavy attack her, we're going to apply an armor break. She's on the Aggression Prowess Power Focus 2 node, and I would really love not to take a special 2 to the face in this fight. So once we get her armor broken, we'll be okay, but it is a little tricky in this fight to keep her armor broken, just with her switching forms so frequently, and the Power Focus 2, like messing with the power. I had to be very careful with when I try to heavy attack, just because if throughout my combo she switched forms, she would be immune to the passive Fury, like right there, or I'm sorry, passive stun. So right there, I tried to heavy when she had shifted into diamond form, and obviously she was not stunned. Fortunately, she didn't hit me when I was sitting there about to slap her, and it worked out. So she's armor broken now, and we're gonna keep throwing our special 1s to keep her power in check, because again, I just prefer not to take a special 2 to the face. It's definitely her most powerful special attack, and with all the prowess that she's gonna be getting, it could hurt. It could hurt pretty bad. So I'd much rather take this fight slow and just throw special 1s and take her special 1, and obviously heavy attacks to keep her armor broken so we can constantly parry her throughout the fight. But like I said, it really doesn't work out that way. The armor break doesn't stay on for that long, and with her switching forms as often as she does, it is a little hard to keep her armor broken the entire fight. But because Dr. Doom's special 1 is unblockable, even if she's in diamond form and I can't parry her, I can always just throw the special 1, take her power down, take her power away, and yeah, it's nothing really to worry about. When I got into the fight, I definitely got a lot more at ease about it, because I had gone in kind of thinking the worst, that this was going to be a bit of a disaster. And it is a long fight, don't get me wrong. We're almost 2 minutes in already, and we've hit her 100 times. She still has 35% of her health, which is still a decent amount, so it's going to be another, like 30 hits at this point to end the fight by my estimate. So obviously a lot of those hits are coming on the special 1 because it has a lot of components to it, so maybe it's not actually that long. But we are going to throw the special 2 here to see if we can just down her with the Incinerates, as we got her into Assassin's range, and we did. So ultimately that strategy worked, and again, we clear our path. Only 4 fights, but we do not die. We hardly take any damage, any health lost, so pretty much a perfect war from me again, even though it was only 4 fights. We'll check out our Battlegroup stats here. This was a weird war. We did actually win our head-to-head battle group because our defense got 8 kills and we died to them 7 times. But we were in the lead for the majority of this war as an alliance, and it was looking pretty good at the beginning. We thought we had a pretty good chance to win it, but towards the end, we kind of stumbled a little bit and a few things went awry. So we end with a loss. We actually died 16 times as an alliance, and our defense only got 10 kills in total. Our Battlegroups defense got 8 of those 10, which is kind of crazy. But on the downside, our Battlegroup also contributed about half of the total deaths from the alliance. So a little bit on Battlegroup 3 maybe. Some extenuating circumstances applied perhaps, but can't take any credit away from the X-Men. They played extremely well. 10 deaths as an alliance is pretty impressive. That's, just over 3 from each battle group. So very impressive from them. But ultimately, it's a loss for us, and that puts us at 2-1 on the season, which is still a very good start. It could have been 3-0, which is a little heartbreaking that we were so close and that we had the lead early on. So that can be a little tough sometimes, but I'm sure we can shake it off. We've got a ton of really good players in this alliance and in our battle group especially. So I'm pretty confident that we can bounce back really well in our next war and continue our success throughout the season. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the fights. If you did, drop me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.